Yo, 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 what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? TGIF. Wake up, America. You're walking with the best. Nobody does it better than I. It's that type of guy that you can count on to get you up and ready for your day when it's time to get up in the morning. It's coffee and donuts for grown-ups. What do you mean? It's the best part of your AM day. So get on up. Coffee and donuts is waiting for you. We're about to have another great show. Salute to everybody that's coming into the building early. So when the early birds get in here, saluting you already, because man, we got a good topic. As y'all can see, the title here of today's episode of Coffee and Donuts for Grown-Ups is about J to the A, J to the Izzo, Jehovah, Jay Z. You know the guy, Mr. Reasonable Doubt. You know Beyonce's husband. You know the boy caught his name for jazz. And his name don't even begin with a J. We talking about Jay Z, man. It's Jay Z Overrated. I think Kareem Akbar is trying to send some people to the hip-hop mental hospital. And I love it. I love it. I love it because somebody's going to get rubbed the wrong way with this subject. And why not talk about it? It's something to talk about. Get your day started. Matter of fact, since Jay Z is the topic of Coffee and Donut for Grown-Ups, if it's going to be a little too hard for you to swallow and follow, you can listen to Jay Z as we break this down. Because, man, we got something to talk about when it comes to hip to the hop. I can't be stopped. No one is going to talk it better than me. No one. And salute to everybody that can talk hip hop, but I am hip hop. I am that B-boy, that MC, that master of ceremony, that DJ. I am that. I am a hip hop legend. Shout out to DS3 in the building. We are all music lovers. We know that. And some of us are music heads. So we got something to talk about. Yeah, we gonna debate about this, people. Of anybody, and I mean anybody under the sun. If you disagree, you can get a run. You can get a run at the sun. You know what I mean? You can get a run at the God this morning, man. So is he overrated? Man, am I going to answer the question for you? Do I need to tell y'all, in my honest opinion, is he overrated? Oh, don't wait for me to tell you a damn thing, because if you feel the way that you feel, you should already be being very vocal about if Jay Z is overrated or not. Don't worry about what I'm going to say, because I'm going to say what needs to be said. So I'm going to let a couple more people get in here before we get into this one. Oh, this is going to be a barn burner, baby. And I ain't talking about a boxing match. But, man, before we get a few more people in here to talk about this one right here. Okay, well, we know it's fight weekend. You know, so Keyshawn Davis fights tonight. Yeah, shine the light on him. I will be watching this dude. And I'll be watching his brothers. Ooh, I will be watching him and his brothers. And everyone else that's on the card, I will be watching. And I'm going to see, and I want to see what he got to offer. I want to see what the Davis brothers package is offering us tonight for some boxing. Are y'all gonna look good? Are y'all gonna come out and just put on a jaw-dropping performance against their opponents? Now, we know we got fighters who talk that stuff. They talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. That's why they mess around and be surrounded by chalk. Whoa! You know? Listen, man, it's gonna be a good one, man. I'm feeling good. It's Friday, man. And I ain't got nothing to do at the 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking my behind home. Early bird squad. Let me see who we got going on up here before we get this started, man. We got DS3 in the building. Y'all share this out. Let everybody know that we rocking out over here at Coffee and Donuts for Grown-Ups. We got a good subject going on this morning. Is Jay Z Overrated. So, since you in the building first, DS3, How do you feel about this question? Before I get to breaking it down, I just want a few more people to get in here. So we can have a nice coffee and donuts discussion this morning about hip hop, something that is a lot of our favorite topics. I don't really care for Jay Z like that. I love Reasonable Doubt though. Okay. Now, with Jay Z, we're going to try to keep this focus on his talent. We're going to try to keep it there, but we already know that so many people have so many different ways how they feel about Mr. Jay Z. His name has been involving, connected to a whole lot of goofy stuff that's going on in the industry. But we're not here to talk about that, but most likely someone would bring that up. But let me just say, Jay Z, is he a lyricist? Yes, he's definitely a lyricist. The man can flow. Yes, he can flow. Hell of a delivery. One of the most smoothest, charismatic, crafty deliveries that I heard from anyone in the game. He does have a heck of a package when it comes to MCing for his skill wise. Yes, his skill set of MCing, know how to ride a beat, know how to switch up flows. You know what I mean? Those things. You know, having lit metaphors. You know how to do a 360 metaphor. You start with a metaphor, you end the bar with the metaphor. You start the bar with a metaphor, you end the bar with a metaphor. He's good for those things. But see, the reason why the question is he overrated? Because it gotta be a reason why the question would be, is Jay-Z's overrated? Because it wasn't something about him to have people feel as though that it may be a possibility that he's overrated, the question wouldn't be raised. So we shouldn't get mad or be upset at the question, because the question has to be answered. Now, yeah, he made all this money. Yes, he sold albums, successful tours, this, that, and the other. But that doesn't mean that it's possible that he is overrated. Now, there's something that shouldn't be no secret to any rap music fan or hip hop music fan when it comes to this, or what I'm about to say. Because this is why it was a clever question for Kareem Akbar to ask, is he overrated? And the reason why the question is being raised is he's overrated because he is notoriously known. He's notoriously known from taking from other artists. You hear me? He is definitely notoriously known from stealing from other artists. Yes, artists that's not even on the same skill level as him. He is known for regurgitating lyrics of another MC, another artist. That too. He is known for regurgitating. Okay? He's known for regurgitating things that were said by other MCs and rappers. Now, you know, a slick, clever person would say, well, isn't he just quote unquote paying homage to the ones that said these things before him? That's a good try, but it ain't a full say. But I get that. But you gotta know the difference between if someone is regurgitating or actually biting one's lyrics, or they repeat them in the state of paying homage to that MC. There is a difference. Cat Sports in the building. But you gotta know the difference between the two. And this is why this question has always been raised: is Jay Z's overrated? Because when we look at his career, when we go back and listen to a lot of these hot things he was saying out of his mouth, oh yeah, and don't try to go there. I'm way ahead of y'all. We had plenty of rap artists and MCs actually regurgitate a bar, you know, or a hook or something, or you know, that another MC has said. We know that, people. But like I said, you gotta know the difference between the two. Do you know the difference? If not, your behind is gonna learn today and cough dollars for growing up. Hope you bought your pen and pad. Hope you bought your hater sticker, because I know some of y'all gonna be like, you're a damn hater, because I'm just gonna be all we honest. I don't shoe shine nobody's shoes but my own. Matter of fact, I don't even shine my own shoes. You know what I mean? But there is a difference, and he has been known for biting people lyrics, and then, I mean, stealing ideas, even from saying a bar to a whole verse to maybe a title of an album. He has known to have taken from artists, and not just any artist, like well-known artists. You know, it's not like he's taken from somebody that's not known, you know, and he can get away with it. I mean, he kind of got away with that to a certain extent. Now, I'll explain that to y'all later. But this is a great question that is being raised. So with that being said, and these things is being put out there that actually been done by Jay Z, oh yeah, he is overrated. Because let me tell you something, man. One thing about me is penmanship. One thing about me is penmanship. I am an MC. You get it? I'm an MC both ways. EMC, who write the abbreviation for master of ceremonies. Now, master of ceremonies don't necessarily have to do anything with rhyming, because it's rhyming and ceremony. Y'all gonna learn something today. Y'all talking to Mr. Hip Hop himself. So you gotta know the difference between MCing, because they're both not the same. You got the EMCEE, which is the MC who writes his bars and writing his raps and saying his rhymes and these freestyles and all that. And then the regular MCs, that's the master ceremony, which I am the master of ceremony. So, what side are you on of Jay Z being an MC? Is he more of an EMCEE, or is he just an MC? Now he has known, like I said, he done had stolen things from plenty of artists, and people's putting that out there. So why would it be wrong for him to be considered overrated? Because it's not a bad question. It's a great question. Let's get down to it. Let me open up the chat. They got that participation going on. Make sure you smash the like button as you come in. BBO says Sauce Money. Jay bites Biggie a lot. Top of the morning, brother Cass Sports in the building. Yes, BBO. He has stolen lyrics from the notorious Big more than once. He stole from Tupac. You know, or me and my girlfriend. He stole from Tupac. He took an idea from people. He even did one of the guys from Philly real dirty. That was a part of the state property crew that Benny Siegel put together. Give it to me. Give me that stuff. That you know what I mean? Yeah, y'all know that song. That was Emilio. That was Emilio Sparks came up with that. Who was a part of state property? Yeah, Jay Z took that whole joint. Did he give homeboy a penny of it? Give it to me. Give me that stuff, that sweet, that good. You know what I mean? Stole it from the man. Stole it. Didn't get a man a damn thing for it. Don't that sound kind of familiar? Oh my goodness. Don't that sound like a slave master who has a slave that is very clever and very creative? And the slave master found out that this slave got something going on. And the slave master liked. He liked what that slave came up with, all this, oh my gosh. I got me a good nigger here. You know what I mean? Oh, he's clever. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this ideal that he has. Because if I even got to kill him, or I got to take it away from him in order to stop him from being able to get up from under me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over there and say, you're a nice little slave. You're a nice little slave. We're gonna make it some kind of deal. And next thing you know, the slave go for it sometimes, or you can't do nothing, and you just take it, you just bully them for it. And next thing you know, you're getting credit for something that you are doing, but you did not create it. I can't give a person 100% credit on penmanship and creativity if they just blatantly out here stealing from another MC, another artist. I can't give you full credit. I can't say that you were original. I can't say that. I must question that as a fan of lyricism and creativity. Because you have to have pure ownership of your art. You have to have pure ownership and creativity of your art, especially when it comes to me listening to it. And even though Jay Z gave us a lot of his hell of a career, yes, he gave us a lot of bangers that we club to. But all in the midst of it, man, a lot of little smoking, little smoking mirrors, because with all these things that he was giving us, was they originally his? Was everything that we heard from Jay Z? How much a percentage of Jay Z lyrics that we heard was actually his? Now, we also heard the man say he don't write a damn thing down. Oh, I don't have to write. It's all in my head. Okay. You're going to act like you're the only gifted person on this damn planet that's gifted like that. Okay. Ain't that what freestyling is? That's a form of freestyling. You coming off the top of the head, you never write it the hell down. What are you talking about? Why is he acting like this is something that only a few rare human beings can? You understand what I'm saying? Come on. And there's a lot of people who can do that. Can come up with something without writing it down. That's what freestyling is. Okay? So what are you doing? Okay, well, whoa, and Crush, man, you hating on Jay Z? Don't you know he's Mr. One Take? He can go in the studio, he can do it in one take. Good for him. Just because an artist can go into the studio and record something in one take doesn't mean they're a better artist than anybody. They just get their recordings better, done better. They better at recording. But that don't mean that they actually more lyrically better or more lyrically gifted than someone else. It doesn't mean that. That don't have a damn thing to do with that. What are we talking about? Big Dre in the building, JBT. Is Jay Z overrated, Big Dre? This is what we talking about this morning. We need everybody. We don't need nobody to come here and be on mute mode, because we're going to get down to this, because the deeper we go into this, the uglier is about to get. The uglier is about to get. You understand what I'm saying? Because, man, we got to talk about it. And then if we talking about it here, on the JBT network, man, and no matter who's at the forefront of the discussion, man, we're going to get this thing right. We're going to get it right. So, he's considered, one of the Mount Rushmore MCs. How do you feel about that? He's considered the God MC. He's considered the #1 in the world to a lot of people. Some people call Jay Z the GOAT. Yeah, well, I tell you what, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it now. We gave you a prime example of what a GOAT is yesterday when we talked about Mr. LL Cool J, Mr. Def Jam. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take a phone call real quick. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We back at it. Had to answer something. They got something. They supposed to have a transit strike going on in the city. So a lot of people who catches public transportation to work might not be able to make it to work. So one of the workers called my phone and explained to me, because I'm one of the lead officers, that she's not going to be able to make it, meaning that my manager is going to try to tell me, even though I have a relief coming in, but because of this other person, I'm going to be stuck right here at the job. Well, I'm waiting for her to call me and tell her, hey, I got a whole nother hustle I go to. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. But back to what we was talking about, man. We talking about is LL Cool J overrated? Let's get back to it. So, has stolen a whole lot of ideas from different artists. More than once, and he's done it through his career a whole lot. So when we have celebrated Jay Z, what was we doing? Were we aware of, the little crafty things he was doing? With stealing from other artists and things like that. People was coming out calling this guy a straight up biter. So a lot of people did not hold a shy tongue when it came to how they was feeling about Jay Z when he was actually out there doing these things, fresh in his prime, stealing from people. Like I said, stealing hooks, stealing bars, stealing album cover, album names, and all these things. The blueprint. And he came out with 2 of them. Guess who put the blueprint together? Oh, I was talking about this guy 2 days ago. Mr. Boogie Down Production, Carol's One. I was just talking about him earlier this week when we had this segment about Juice Crew versus BDP. Well, lo and behold, isn't this a coincidence? Now, a couple of days later, here it is. I'm speaking of BDP again because Jay Z, who is the topic of the day, is he overrated? And we're going to explain why. Because we're going to put out all the things that could possibly make him overrated. And lo and behold, no coincidence, I'm bringing up everything that, you have to discredit him for. And like I said, okay, why would you name your album The Blueprint if somebody else already named their album The Blueprint? And then do it exactly the way that they did it. A Blueprint 1, a Blueprint 2, Blueprint 1.5, 2.0, all this nonsense. And these some things that this man has been doing, but he's the God MC. Last time I checked, I thought Rakim was the God MC, huh? I thought last time I checked, Rakim Alive was the God MC. So even with this is, it's not a lot of originality in Mr. Jay Z, people. There is not a lot of there's not a lot of originality in Jay Z. Have you ever been aware of that? What is so original about the guy if he's always taken from another artist? You can't be considered a GOAT, can you? Can you be considered a GOAT if that's the case when we go back and pull the layers back off of your career and come to find out and come to find out that a lot of these things you just been taking from people and blatantly do it. And then, he come out and say that, I'm reciting big stuff because I'm paying homage. No, bro, you wasn't paying homage. In the way that he was reciting things that Biggie said, it wasn't paying no damn homage. Because he sure wasn't paying homage to Emilio Sparks when he stole that damn hook from. Give it to me. Give me that stuff, that sweet, that gushy stuff. Yeah. But like I said, the teacher, Mr. Curtis One, came out with an album called The Blueprint. Huh? He came out with an album called The Blueprint. How many blueprints in hip hop do we need? Because how many times has the construction the structure of hip hop had changed to. We needed a new blueprint. We got enough of a blueprint with KRS-One. We didn't need Jay Z to come out with a blueprint, but guess what? We rocked out with it. We liked some things on it. We didn't like some things on it. Whoopie do. That's just hip hop. Okay, that's just hip hop. But how do y'all really feel about that? Do y'all really feel that Jay Z is overrated? I'm pointing out the points. Because if we're going to discredit and credit, we're going to use the same system as everybody else, and the same system applies to him. I just talked to her because she said Margarita's going to try to call her and say that I'm going to be stuck here if she don't come in. Even though Jayla's not my fucking relief. The other supervisor's my relief. I got other money to go to. Margarita, you better kind of fuck that. Yeah, no. Yeah, he's gonna be up here. So she was saying that Margarita was telling her, even if he comes in, I gotta stay. No, the fuck I don't. The fuck is Margarita talking about? Whenever it come, I'm get the fuck out of here. Now these people who supposed to be coming and spray wash this shit, I ain't seen nobody come in. Yeah. There? Alright. Cool. Alright. Yeah, but like I was saying, there's a lot going on, y'all. But as I was saying, this man stole a lot of material from people. And he's getting a whole lot of credit for these things. Now, when we talk about greatness, when we talk about all these high praises that we would give a artist, he rightfully don't deserve them because I mean, just look at everything. How does he rightfully deserve this? And he's doing all this and all that. Good morning. How you doing? They got you coming in for an event today?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just getting off at the other site, so I'm like, I'm not going all the way home just to turn all the way.
Right. Let me let you in real quick.
I'm gonna stay out here and smoke a cigarette real quick.
All right, cool. All right. I'll be right back. I'm just going to do my little combing real quick. Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, so therefore, yeah, so therefore, there should be a I don't know what to say about that, but when we do these things, are we overdoing it? Are we giving these artists too much due? How you doing? Give me a second. All right. Are we giving people too much of a just due? Are we giving them a just due or are we not? Which one we doing? Because we got to figure this out. And like I said, with Jay Z, I mean, he gave us a whole lot of good music, but there's a whole lot to talk about. That's why we raising this question this morning. And in your honest opinion, how do you really feel? Do you agree with us that he's overrated? Or you disagree that he's not overrated? And then if you disagree, can you explain the reason why you feel as though that Jay Z is not overrated? Exactly, Big Dre. He was able to do that. He was able to do that. Yeah, but that ownership. I'm not taking care of stuff. Yeah, so that's my whole thing, Big Dre. I mean, Kaz, it's not even my relief. You know, I'm part of the supervisor team, so I get relieved by another supervisor. But one of the workers saying she can't make it, but sees that public transportation is running. So that's what that's about this morning. But yeah, he's definitely an overrated guy who was able to, I guess, overachieve. Can we say that he's overachieved in what he's doing? Because like I said, he can't get full credit for anything like that. You know what I mean? He can't get that full credit. When we pour the layers back, I mean, hit after hit, I get all these hits, this, that, and other, blah. Okay, we know people that wasn't really talented that was able to make a damn smash hit. So where does the true talent in this man lies at? If it's a question, you know, that's why we raising the question. Melanie Queen, blessings to you, sis. So with what he has done so far, how do y'all feel about that? Do you guys really feel that Jay Z is overrated? Melanie Queen, how you feel about that? Do you feel that Jay Z is overrated? Because me and Kareem Akbar, we feel as though it's that. We feel as though that Jay Z is somewhat overrated. Is he overrated? That's the question. How do you feel about that? Big Dre already told us that he feels as though that Jay Z is overrated. I think Cad Sports is along with that thought also. But is he overrated? I mean, let's talk about it. Kareem Akbar, come on up here, man. Let's talk about it. Is he overrated? What's going on, man? Is he overrated? I agree. I'm about to start driving though. Okay, Melanie Queen, no problem. Drive carefully. What's going on? Yo, I got a question for you. Is Jay Z overrated? That's what we talking about on this show this morning.
Is he overrated?
Is he overrated?
You can say that.
Yeah, he is overrated. Yeah. You see, he is overrated. I don't give a damn about the success that he made because we got a lot of people that made it good. It didn't deserve to be as successful. I mean, we got one-hit wonders that was successful. I mean, what the hell we talking about? Vanilla Ice. Do that make him goddamn talented? He made me Ice Baby. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So with all the so-called greatness that this man has accomplished in hip-hop, so is he one of the most, is he an overachiever because he's actually overrated? So is he an overachiever because he's overrated? Is that a proper thing to say? This is no hate for me, but if you think I'm hating, then go ahead. Go think that I'm hating. I'm just calling for what it is. Hey, I bought a lot of his music, but I was never oblivious to what I've seen in Jay Z, with him stealing a lot of people material. Somewhat, but at the same time, he's talented and did some good work. Yeah, Cat. That's what I'm saying. But even though he did good work, that doesn't mean that he shouldn't get called out for being, from stealing. He did do a lot of good work. But see, then the question is, with all the good work that he did, how much of that good work was originally his? How much of that original work, how much of that good work that he put out there was his mindset? Because when you got a guy moving around like that, and he's known for notoriously stealing from other artists, right? And then at the same time, on the flip side of the coin, and then turn around and say he don't write nothing down. I don't have to write nothing down. I'm calculated. I don't have to write none of my rhymes down. Okay, I got a homie that never picked up a damn microphone. He freestyle every goddamn day, sound hot. So what are we talking about? Make it make sense to me, because there's no way in this planet you're gonna freaking tell me that, with all the good work that this man's getting credit for, that we can honestly say that a lot of it was his work, his mind originally, when he's known for notoriously stealing from other artists. So when he says, I don't have to write nothing down, okay, well, you telling me that your confidence writing brain, you ain't gotta write your material down. No, the reason why you ain't gotta write your material down, because you took some shit from you memorizing people's shit. So that's why you ain't gotta write nothing down. So who can say that everything that he been saying out of his mouth was actually his? Because we ain't gotta write the lyrics down to somebody's song, the mother freaking fucking memorize it.
I appreciate you saying.
Oh yeah, homie. Yeah, spray their asses. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. So this is, I'm glad we came up with this concept this morning. I'm glad we having this conversation because it's a hell of a conversation because, and all the good work that he did, how much of it was original? Can you actually say? No, you can't actually say. Okay, I don't write nothing down. I don't write nothing down either. I don't even like to freaking write. But I gotta write things down. But I don't like to write. When I used to be out there rhyming back in the day and shit, I didn't really like writing. I could write my ass off. Now I could take the time out to write for someone else, but as far as myself, listen, man, I'm trying to tell you, boss man. Ego, baby. I'm trying to tell you, so that don't mean a damn thing. Because like I said, I like to write, but I can't write for my damn self. I will write for someone else. And then with my own thing, I just, go off the top of my damn head. Now, let me tell you something, clever people. If you just coming off the top of your head with this shit, this is something that's you can't listen. You cannot memorize a freestyle, okay? Let that be clear. MCing, writing rhymes 1-on-1. You cannot recite something that you unless you recorded it and then you going back playing it back and then you land. Then you're doing your editing on it and you putting things in the right spots. That's the only damn way. That's the only way. So he been getting a little too much damn credit. He been getting too much credit. Hey, I get you. He's been crafty at what he's been doing, and maybe his whole toolage of his craftsmanship is being the guy that can steal without being discovered that he's actually stealing. But that still don't knock the things that he did, the good songs. I mean, I bought a few of his albums. His first maybe the first 4 albums was really nice. After that, it was a hit and miss with me. He'd come out with something nice and then he'd miss with an album. Then saying that another thing that we could pour the lyric back because it's been plenty of times. Not as much credit as Jay Z gets for being, having a hell of a voice, a delivery, a real crafty ass flow, being witty, being a quick thinker and all that. Now, with all that being said, there's a lot of times Jay Z has been on collabos and people have bested him on collabos on songs. Now, let's talk about that. So this is another reason why the question is raised, is he overrated? Because we heard him on tracks. You know what I mean? We heard him on tracks with other people, with other artists. Did he always house a damn track? No, he didn't. We seen DMX get the best of Jay Z and battle plenty of times. That's all over the place. Melanie Queen, I was just watching some stuff about that the other day. Yeah, he tried to keep it on the low. Then he tried to blow it off like it was just more so of a cipher instead of actual battle. Come on, man. We already know how it go down in New York. Ain't nothing gonna be too much of a damn cipher because it's too many lyrical egos going on over there. So even though you gonna have to be in cipher mode, you're gonna have to be locked down in cipher mode for you to go ahead and be able to do a true cipher with other New York MCs. Everybody just gonna have to that's involved in the cipher is gonna be on cipher mentality. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? So this guy could easily been getting too much credit. Too much credit, he's been getting too much credit. So are we all agreeing so far with everyone that's in attendance? Are we all in agreement that Jay Z is overrated this morning? Is there anybody that's in the building that's joining coffee and donuts that beg to differ? Does anyone beg to differ? And this is not, you know, being funny or anything. We having a discussion here. But I'm glad that there's a lot of level-minded people in attendance this morning, because this thing could turn into me just having to, you know, just kill them all. You know, just start dropping bodies. You understand what I'm saying? Because these people go always walking up in here too goddamn early. I hate this shit. Because, you know, it's really a good discussion. Good morning. How you doing? You're welcome. It's really a good discussion, but some people don't like to touch on topics like this because they become a little too emotional about it, because what you may be explaining in your argument may just be simply a little too touching for them, because you might be, you know, railing a lot of truth, and sometimes everybody's not going to agree on the truth. You know, I say the truth is more disagreeable than hurtful. You know, that's just my opinion. The truth don't hurt me. Oh my goodness. There you go, dear. I didn't know they had it so far here. Have a good one. So yeah, you want to have people agree and disagree. That's just life. Yes, Jay Gibson, a Big L is enough. Listen, that's an ongoing discussion too. People still talk about Big L to this day. People still talk about how you know, hearing Jay Z and Big L ciphering up together, everybody thought that Big L always got the better of Jay Z, and I must agree. I must agree, even to a point. You know what happened to Big L? You know what happened to Big L? But some people say, man, you know, Big L was so much of a threat that he was in the way. And some of these guys that we talk about, we consider great and that are successful, probably wouldn't have been as successful. But he was definitely a threat. Big L was definitely a threat. Um, and no, Jay Z is not the God MC. I don't care if he call himself Jehovah, Jehovah. He can call himself whatever he want. But that's one thing I never agree with Jay Z saying. He's the God MC. It's not the God MC. Rakim is. Okay, hands down, not up for debate. Rakim is the God MC. You know, and Jay Z to say he's the God MC. What are you guiding us on, bro? Because Rakim was dropping science. Rakim was saying something. He was conveying a message in his rhymes. What message, what positive or educational message has Jay Z ever conveyed in any of his rhymes? Because there's a lot of things considered what makes an MC an MC. How you doing, man? You know, you got to look at that. And like I said, there's been a few times he's been on collaborations and everything, and he wasn't always the best. You know, so there you have it. But we this is an ongoing conversation. And I'm not going to even base none of this on what's going on in his career right now, because he really don't have a career. He most likely retired, but what's going on with him, and you know what they got going on with, you know, with the Diddy stuff and all, that's a whole nother discussion. That would have to be a whole nother live, and we won't be including the music in that discussion, because it's just some other stuff. But yeah, I think he's overrated. Now, I think he's nice. I'm not saying he's garbage. He's not whack, but he's the best. No. One of the best overall, or is he one of the best of his era? See, that's what we need to figure out right now. Is he one of the best ever, or he's just one of the best of his era? Do he actually go down with the all-time GOATs? Do y'all feel as though, because I'm saying we gonna be doing a lot of this music talk along with the boxing, and y'all gonna learn some things. Definitely gonna learn some things. But think about it. Think about it. Is he a GOAT? Do he actually go on the all-time list, and where does he go on all-time list at? Yes, he had been very successful in record sales. Yes, I get that. So has so many other artists. Artists that's not even talented has sold records, because you ain't got to be talented to sell records now. Y'all know that. That's been like that for the past 20 something years. That they don't have to be talented to sell shit. Be productive. If you're a product, if you something out to sell, then you're gonna be sold. People gonna buy it. That's what it is. Everything that we purchase is always the best. No, it's not. We just buying it just to be buying it. How many times have you bought a Jay Z album when you really shouldn't have bought that Jay Z album? You just bought it because it's Jay Z. But the album wasn't living up to the hype of the Jay Z that you like. I'm pretty sure you have done it. Talk about that. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that, people. All right, cool. Oh, let's talk about it. We can talk about it. There's definitely something to talk about. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. All right. Don't be afraid. Like the Aaron Hall song. Don't be afraid. But it's an interesting thing. I always wanted to see a versus battle. I always wanted to see someone go up against Jay Z and do the verses when the versus thing was popping. Now, with all honesty and everything, like I said, he has put out a lot of great material. Yes, he did. He put out bangers, baby. Like I liked a lot of his music. I love more. I love some of the earlier work, but I like a lot of his music. Do I like everything? Exactly. We all have done that. We all have done that at some point, Cat Sports. But like I said, but what more can we say? So is he overrated? Are we all agreeing this morning that he is actually overrated? Doesn't mean that he's garbage, but he's just overrated. Just a little too much credit. I mean, I get it. Bangers. He got bangers for days, baby. That's no doubt. He got bangers for days. But we ain't talking about how good his bangers are. We're talking about him. Is he overrated as a music artist? Is he overrated as an MC? What is your take? How you feel about it? You already know how I feel. I can't get no smoke. I can't get the smoke that I was hoping to get. That's all right. They probably still asleep. The early birds, we get out here early and get at it. So ain't nobody trying to get buried. They ain't trying to get buried by the early bird squad. But I was hoping I was going to catch a serious diehard so I could corner the ass and then put them to sleep with the uppercut. I was looking for someone so I could corner them and finish them off with the uppercut. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely one of the best of his era to do it. I think he's more successful monetary wise. You know what I mean? He made money. He's a good businessman. I think he's a better businessman than he is an actual MC. I'm being honest. I think he's a better businessman than he actually is an MC. Well, what smoke you got, Big Gray, I understand you driving, but you know, we can always bring this back up later, big bro. You know, we can always bring this up at any other time because you said you got smoke. There's nothing wrong with that. I inhale it if I would inhale the smoke if it's gas. You know what I mean? So I know Big Dre saying, all right, Crush, I want to get you, Crush, but I'm driving right now. And y'all know I don't like y'all I'm afraid when y'all listening to me when y'all driving because my crazy ass. I can be so much of a distraction, you know what I mean? But I know I'm y'all motivation. You put that pedal to the metal, you know what I'm saying? You getting to where you gotta go, little sooner and all that. That's cool. But Dre, whenever you get a chance and we bring it up, even if we're not able to talk about it right now, we can always bring it up later. We're going to see each other all weekend. Then you can always bring up your stance about why you got smoke and why you defending Jay Z. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm looking at this without going into the horribles and the horror that he's been a part of, just as an artist and seeing him. Like I said, he pretty dope dude, but we got to be honest, man. You know, we got to be honest. We got to call a spade a spade. But even when he took from other people, he did make it hot. Did he make it hotter than they did? No, not all the time. But I agree with him. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. I get that. And he was throwing shots at everyone. That fits the bill when he said, you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. You know, but how did you go about taking that hot line and making it a hot song? Did you actually go to that artist and say, yo, man, that's a hot ass line, man, but I can do more with that, man. Yo, that was a hot ass line, man. That line was so hot, man. I think I'm gonna make a song out of that joint. Did he do that? Did he give that person credit for giving them the motivation? Said, damn, that line was so hot, I'm gonna make it a hot song. Did he give him credit for that? No. That's poor sportsmanship as a writer and as a creator. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yeah, somebody made it a hot line, but he made it a hot song. But did you tell him, hey, your song is that line is so hot, I'm gonna make a song off it? No, he didn't. He didn't do a damn thing. He just stole from it, then running around and acting like he did this thing. You know, that's what he did, and that's a problem that a lot of people are having with Mr. Jay Z. TGIF, man, how you doing? I'm okay. Yeah, you know, the city's been quiet because they didn't get the woman president they was looking for. But I told them, you know, keep on cracking wishbones is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Not in America. You would get woman power to leave elsewhere. Okay, cool. But I got to put some more blue ones out here anyway. But I got enough yellow ones for you. I know you take the yellow box and you know what. Yeah. But I don't feel good. Right. Who can feel good about anybody that they put in charge? Huh? Nah, I've been following her way before half these people knew what she was doing. I've been following that lady for about 15 years. Nah, she wouldn't have been that good. I would have rather had a different woman president than her. Well, I mean, you know, I have good choices. But you know what? I had a discussion before you go. And if I said there's one woman that probably could have ran for president if she could have been president, she ran for it. Nancy Reagan, because she was the most liked first lady. Well, I mean, okay. What about Michelle Obama? I don't care about neither one of them. I didn't even vote for them. I'm be honest. I don't. No, absolutely. Right. Yeah, she was liked, but I think not liked enough. More so like Nancy Reagan was. Yeah. Yeah, everybody loved Nancy Reagan. I think she would have been all right. But I guess if they ever get a first lady to run America, neither one of us would be here. We'll be in reincarnation. I'll probably be a 3-year-old dog. Even if I'm still here, I don't have to be in this body. I could come back as a dog or something else. Maybe I could be a part of something in the White House and protect them. Have a good one. Yeah, man. But Jake Gibson said Nas, Jada, Big L, Pusha, and Wayne. Do Deco, right? You work for Deco? Yep. Four. You always get 4, right? Yep. I know. Let me find 4 for you. Hey, but speaking of Jay Z, with all this Kanye stuff going on, do y'all think that him and Beyonce is going to be target next? Because a lot of people starting to think that he's going to be targeted next. I'm not too sure about that, but they should hang him up, and there we go. I found it. Here you go, my friend. Yep. Do y'all think that Jay Z is he's being targeted next with what's going on with with going down, and then they trying to do all these other things and what have you? Do you guys think that Mr. Jay Z is going to be targeted next? Since we talking about today's the 8th. Carmelo. Hold on, y'all. I'm signing the guard in right now for his badge. So what else I got to say? Yeah, you say yes? Cool. I feel y'all like that. I like that. 705. Alrighty now. Here you go, my friend. I see you later. So you said Cad Sports said yes. Cool, Cad Sports. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Well, this is definitely a great discussion. Like I said, I'm not gonna knock the man for putting out so many hits. He put out major hits, put out a lot of hits, and but in the midst of him putting out hits, he was able to take from other artists, no matter if he, took it, out of respect or took it to be spiteful, but he did make it work. I give him that. He's a very creative guy. He can take something that someone else's and make it better. So I will give him credit for that, but still always give full credit to where you got the that motivation from and so forth. Don't take full credit when you don't deserve full credit. So he made it seem like there's some of these things that he came up with, that he actually came up with the whole idea himself. No, he admired someone else's creativity. He took something that he admired by him that they created, and then he did his thing with it. And my whole thing is this: if you're gonna take something from somebody, people, you better make it true. Okay, that's my whole thing. That's because I this is how I feel, because when you have in the music industry, when a lot of artists like to do covers of songs, when they like to remake songs and things like that. My whole thing, if you're gonna touch somebody's stuff, And then, you know, if you're going to do it legally or illegally, man, you better make sure you're doing it on the same level as even better as that damn artist. You know, so I will give him credit for that. You know, he was able to do that. He done it on multiple times and multiple eras, you know, multiple times. So that's great for Jay Z. But that doesn't mean that he's not overrated. That doesn't mean that it makes him less overrated, because it is what it is. But we can all agree that he is one of the best artists to do it, definitely of his era. Definitely of his era. But is he the most talented? No, he's not the most talented. And a lot of times it's like that. You always want to get someone that's going to be the forerunner or the front runner. Don't necessarily mean that they the you know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily mean that he's the best man or the better man. You know, because there's a whole lot out there. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You know, so therefore there's a whole lot out there that a whole lot of artists out there. And we can start a series with this. I mean, we're gonna be doing a lot of things, you know, to help y'all get through y'all morning, getting things together. But I mean, shout out to Jay Z. He's definitely nice. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely nice. But you know, when they had the discussion, who's the best, Biggie, Jay Z, or Nas? You know, because that was the talk at one time. Who's the best MC? Biggie, Jay Z, or Nas? Now I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this and be honest with y'all. Double two names, Nas and Biggie. Jay Z is not lyrically better than Nas. Nope. Jay Z is not lyrically better than Nas. Now, has he had better songs than Nas? Yes. But is it the better MC? No. Okay? It's not. Just because someone had more success with their music doesn't mean that they're going to be, you know, God damn. You know? This is what we try to get down to. This is what we boiling down to. So yes, he's been more successful in record sales and all that, but that doesn't mean that he's a better MC, lyricist, right, than Nas. That doesn't mean the same thing go for Biggie, same thing go for Pac. But we're gonna do a part two. We're gonna actually do a part two to this because I gotta get up one out the way and close out my day, do my last reports up here at the JOB. But we definitely gonna talk about this again. Big Dre said, I'm not defending Jay Z. He has a good mind and can produce and talent, but as an artist, he doesn't even crack the top 10. Okay, okay. So Big Dre, my fault. You smoke. Oh, okay, Big Dre. I thought you was bringing the smoke to defend Jay, but you going along with what we saying. Okay, I thought you switched up, but it was no problem. I love that smoke. That's good smoke. That's all. Like if it's smoke I can inhale, I ain't gonna want to choke. That's a good point, Big Dre. That's a great point right there. BBR wish you was right here so you can that. But listen, man, it's about to get noisy in this joint. It's about to be like rush hour up in here. I appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to the early bird crew. We got the best early morning show on YouTube. Be coming for the #1 spot. Coffee dollars for grown up with yours truly, the grumpy OG, the greatest man alive. Nobody do it better than me. I'm impeccable. I'm untouchable. I'm lightning and thunder. Nobody can take me under. You understand what I'm saying? Ali got his rhymes for me. But with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all get yourself around the pause with some flames, man. And I'll see y'all at 8 o'clock. BBO, take us out of here, bro.